companies use high fructose corn syrup? Well, there's 3 major reasons. And one of the reasons is that it is very, very, very cheap. You see, the canes and the beets, that's a little bit more expensive, as far as the refining process and using those materials compared to corn. Corn is the biggest crop in the country. Soy and corn are the 2 biggest crops in the country. So using that for your sweetener is a lot cheaper. And then the second is that it is a liquid form. And, as opposed to granulated sugar, which can be a lot harder to mix with the rest of the ingredients. High fructose corn syrup is in liquid form, so it's very easy to mix. And then the third reason is that it is a preservative. High fructose corn syrup is a preservative. They found that when you put high fructose corn syrup in these processed foods, the shelf life is a lot longer than if you use granulated regular sugar. So those are the major reasons why they're used. Now, with that being said, there's a lot of problems going on right now, especially with children. A lot of the marketing out there is geared towards children. Saturday morning cartoons, you've got the cereal commercials, you've got the cookie commercials, and they really are, it's almost a seduction of advertising towards children, and all these products contain high fructose corn syrup.
So when did they start using high fructose corn syrup?
They started using that, it was quite a while ago. They were using it at least in the 70s, I know. It's hard to say before that, but the 70s were kind of really where it was getting there, where all these new materials and these new chemicals were coming out and getting put into the foods. Yeah, so it's been there for a while, but it's getting more in popularity. It's getting added more and more and more. And that's the thing too, is when you go to the supermarket, of course, 85% of the supermarket contains processed foods. But 80% of those processed foods didn't exist 20 years ago. That's a major increase, and we kind of have to be aware of that. That it's been happening so gradually that people really aren't noticing. So, especially in children, like juices and cereals and even goldfish and crackers, they're putting in high fructose corn syrup, and now we're seeing in children, we're seeing a lot of behavioral problems. The prescription Ritalin, actually the increase of the prescription of Ritalin rose 400% between 1990 and 1996. It's scary. And there's behavioral problems, and of course the children are also seeing, hello, it's okay, come on in. If you need a chair, you can grab a chair.
I'll sit here.
Okay. Now, also, we're starting to see these days where adults would have a lot of illnesses, onset illnesses, children are getting those now too. They're getting, of course, childhood obesity is on rapid rise. We're getting childhood diabetes, which used to be called adult type 2. Now children are getting it. So there's a lot of different things, and it really is because of these processed sugars and also processed grains. You've got the white flours and things like that. They're kind of a double team that work that way. So we really have to be careful of what we expose our children to, because it's very addictive as well. So.